Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Sugarcraft clay gun. Now this is a fantastic bit of equipment if you don't like piping. You can create lots of different things with the Sugarcraft gun. We've done some hair on this model here, so you've got different thicknesses that you can pipe hair. And then also on this cake we've created a lovely ribbon effect and a rope effect, and even the daisy stems on the top. Now the beauty with this is it will give you a really neat and even pattern. So let's have a go and I'll show you how to do the hair to begin with. So here's a few of the attachments on the table here. So I'm going to use this one first. Now this is also fantastic for grass, so if you had some green. Now I'm using sugar paste. You can also use chocolate paste. If you were using chocolate paste you wouldn't need to add anything into it because it's oily enough to go through the Sugarcraft gun. Now with sugar paste you need to add some white vegetable fat. I'm using Petal base. So we're just going to knead that in. And then roll it into a long sausage, thin enough to go in to the Sugarcraft gun. Now you need to pull that out and then just pop that in the end. And just fill it up and push it down. So pop your attachment into the end and screw that back on. Now the first thing to do is push the end down until you see the paste coming out the other end, and then take a grip and start squeezing. And there we have our hair coming out. So I'm just going to cut some away. So just use a sharp knife. And then this is ready to add onto our model. Just going to pop a little bit of glue onto the back of her hair. And add that on. So that's how you create hair. So now if I change the attachment, I'm going to keep the same colour in there. And I'm going to change it over to one of these lines, which is the ribbon effect. So screw that back on and then push again until you see it coming out the end, and then squeeze the handle. Now if it's not coming out as easy as that, it may be that you need to add some more white Trex or Petal base. So let's cut that off there. So you could have that straight, or you could do what we've done on this cake here, and we've twisted it. So I'm just going to turn that around. So we'll pop a bit of glue on both the sides. So if you just stick it on one side, and then you just need to twist . Stick it on the other side. There we go. And now for the rope effect. So the nice thing is you can see how easy this is to change all the different bits and pieces. If you were going to use another colour, then obviously just take that colour out. So again, push it down to begin and squeeze it in. Now I'm not squeezing that hard. Now for the rope effect, if you roll one hand this way and one hand in the opposite direction, you'll get that lovely twisting rope effect. So we're now going to stick it onto the base of this cake. Just going to cut a bit off, and then we'll I've got a couple of daisies just to finish off the corners. So let's have a go at doing a daisy stem. I have got some green sugar paste. So we'll take out the brown colour. So we need to add a little bit more of our petal base. Just make sure you knead it all in properly. So pull out the end, and then you can pop your new colour in. And we are going for the daisy stem, which I think is the smallest one we've used on there. So just going to pop the attachment in the end, screw that back on, and then push the top down, and it should appear at the bottom. And there we have. So you can see this one would be fantastic. Imagine doing a football cake. You could do all the lines for the football. Oh, shouldn't have touched it. So we're going to cut a tiny bit off for one of our daisies. Let's add another daisy in here. And we'll just stick that in place. There we go. So I hope I've made that a bit easier for you. I know a lot of people do struggle to use the Sugarcraft gun, but I think the main thing is adding the vegetable fat into the sugar paste. So as I said before, if it's not coming out, this is one of the smaller attachments, so normally they're the harder ones, so therefore add a little bit more vegetable fat. But have a go and see how you get on.